Go directly. So, Mr. BetterLuck, please pass the mic on to him. Mr. BetterLuck, you're just going to answer us, right? And by the way, some of these questions are curated from. Are we together? All right. Some of these questions are curated from the expectations that you raised when you registered for this event. So, if there is something the speakers have not spoken about, right, these guys are going to address it. Are we good? Right, so Mr. BetterLuck, right? What practical steps, right? What practical steps can entrepreneurs take to build a business that not only starts strong, right, but also survive and thrives through tough times?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is BetterLuck David, and I'm the business teacher. So now I'll just share a few points with us. Now, the first one is that you have to know your market, and you have to know who your customers are. Now, when I mean knowing your market, it means having a knowledge about those who you want to sell, and you have to know who your customers are. Now, not just knowing your customers, you have to know the buying behavior of your customers, which most business owners don't know. Now, you have 50 people that buy your products. Now, out of those 50, like say up to 15 may not be buying it all the time. So you have to know their buying behavior. And also, you must know who your competitors are. Now, even the Bible makes us to understand that the devil is, going about like a rolling lion, seeking to whom to devour, which means that your customers are looking for how they can take your product. And oh, like I said, oh, sorry, yes, your competitors are looking for how to take your customers away from you. And you must know that no customer is loyal. Now, no customer is loyal, and your customers will always cheat on you. Why would they cheat? The reason is that they want to go to a place that they have loved. Now, they want to go to a place that they are valued, and they have their interests. So you must know that. And the that you must offer exceptional value. Now, what I mean is that you have to go beyond your customers' expectation. Now, how can you make them to be happy? Now, beyond just delivering your product, which means you have to do the extra. Now, the short man in the Bible, Zacchaeus, had to climb the sycamore tree just to see Jesus, which means he went the extra. What is that thing that you can stretch just to make people, say to the other person, "Oh, if not this one, if they deliver." And the last one under this is, now you must focus on building relationship with your customers. Please, I beg of you now, the best time to build relationship is after the payment has been dropped in your open. Most of us, after payment has been dropped in your open, you don't get mood swings, you don't pick calls, you don't respond to messages. Just again, now, if you must build a business that will stand the test of time, you must know your customers beyond just how far you buy. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. BetterLuck. I think that was quite explosive. If there's something I took from there, right, you need to know your customers' behavior. I put it to you that people don't buy products, right? People buy a feeling. How do I feel after I get this thing, right? That's why when you buy certain things, right, you buy certain things you don't need. feel among. So people buy feelings. If that's one thing you should take, right? You should take it home. And then another thing, build relationship. Thank you so much, Mr. BetterLuck. So on to you, Mr. Edidiong, right? What are the non-negotiables, right? Non-negotiable brand consistency pillars versus the adaptive elements that should. This is what it is like. Yes, it is. What are the non-negotiable brand consistency pillars versus the adaptive elements that should evolve with audience feedback?
All right, thank you. I'm Edidiong, CEO, Edi360. I'm a gift vendor. All right, talking about the non-negotiables. Number one, we talk about your logo. You have to build a logo and be consistent with it. Not today, your logo is blue, tomorrow is yellow. So you need to have a brand logo. Anytime someone passes and sees it, your brand comes to their mind. Your color. Someone, I posted a picture somewhere, someone was like, you too like red. That is my color. So anytime you see my artwork, it must all be red somewhere. So your brand has to pick a color. You have to have a brand color so that people can communicate. I can remember like Oganyen, if you see his post, even if I don't see his name, I know it's his post. There's a color he uses when he's doing his video tag. So that's one of the things you need to be consistent while using your social media and the rest. Then your brand voice. There are times someone can message you on WhatsApp, then they know it's you that is responding. You should have a way you respond to your customers. You see that some people can be playful, some people can be very, very official. So you should choose which one you should fall under. If your customers are kind of people that they love the official kind of ADSR, DMR, you should play with it. There are people that don't like emoji when they are chatting with you. You should understand that, stick to it so that any other person that wants to take over from you or you want to pick an assistant, they know that this is the way you will communicate. Then your channels, you should have different channels of how to communicate with your customers on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. Anyone that you know that is not working, you swap. If you know your customers are no more on TikTok, they have moved to Facebook, you follow up. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Edidiong. I think one profound thing that stood out for me, right, is if your people are moving, right, you have to move with them, right? Some people are making, they are business experts, right? And then they are feeling like LinkedIn is a professional platform to scale. And you are just struggling with somewhere, that's not your battleground, actually. You are selling something that we know normally is something we used to play, right? Come to Facebook, that's where we play, right? That's what we play. So stop trying to be professional, you are just writing with the wrong people together. All right, on to Mr. Effiong, right? The brand strategist. I want to ask you this question. What role does brand identity play in helping small businesses stand out in a competitive market?
Thank you once again. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mr. Effiong, and I'd love to start give my answer by answering through an analogy. So, who knows the average cost of a techno phone, a techno device? Okay, let's 190. Great. What's the average cost of an iPhone? 200. Of an iPhone. So we know the average cost of a techno phone is 90k. The average cost of an iPhone is 200k. Now they are phones, right? They are both, right? The both of them can receive calls, right? The both of them can take selfie. Although one will make you look like you took the picture in 2005. Sorry. So, these are both phones. They have similar functionalities. But one phone, the iPhone is not built for those in survival mode. Do you agree? Unless you want to show us vibes. You want to do what you're not on that same level with. Now, the techno phone is an understanding girlfriend. They have the button one for those who cannot even afford an Android phone. Do you get? So when iPhone is selling to you, they're not selling functionality to you. They're selling experience. They're selling vibe and status. They're selling luxury. The iPhone, you don't buy an iPhone because you just want to use a phone. You buy an iPhone because of the experience you get from the phone. When you're buying techno, you buy it because that's what you can afford. Except maybe you have other reasons. But that's basically it. Now, there are phones in the same market, but people would go for the iPhone when they need better experience, when they need to show people that I have certain class. You know, there are people you're not expecting to use an iPhone 17, right? Now, when it comes to the issue of brand identity, you have to create an image around your brand. You're not going to run an iPhone kind of brand with the techno experience. If your customers are iPhone customers, if they prefer status, if they prefer that quality experience, you don't give them no kind of experience. The feel of your brand. You don't communicate to them like Mr. Eddie said. You don't send emojis to a high net worth individual. If you're trying to communicate with them, if you are texting them, you don't start with LOL. You don't use shortcuts.
So for Miss Joy, many small businesses, right, struggle with defining their brand identity. So from your experience helping SMEs, right, that is small and medium enterprises, right, what are the first steps a business owner should take to build a solid brand foundation?
Thank you very much. So to build your brand identity, just like they've all said here, your identity is what is your personality. It's what makes you you. So to build your brand identity, first of all, you have to understand your why. I'll give an illustration, I'll give an instance. Let's say someone receives a bulk money now. You know, someone sends you 200K and you're like, oh, I don't want to spend this money. I want to use it to do something. I want to start a business, you know. I want to start a business so that at least this money can multiply. And then you decide, okay, I don't know what exactly to do. Let me just go to a market, let me just travel. But once I get to the market, I would know what to buy. You go to the market, and they're shouting, nightwear, nightwear. You buy nightwear. You go again, you know, they say kitchen utensils. You buy, you go, they're selling slippers, you buy all those things, gift items, everything, and you come and you're selling. Today you're posting kitchen utensils on your status, tomorrow you're posting underwear for sale, so next tomorrow you're posting slippers and all of that. Now, if they are having a business conference now, they say people that are into fashion and female fashion, stay this way. People that are selling kitchen utensils, stay this way. How do you want to divide yourself?
Stay in the middle.
So what I'm trying to say is that have an identity. It's just like if you go to church, you're a Muslim, you're a Christian, you go to Babalawo, and they say they are looking for Christians, stay like this. Maybe they end time now, they say Christians, line up, Muslims, line up. You don't have that identity, that thing that, I don't know if you understand, that thing that makes you you. So brand identity is discovering, you ask yourself why, what do I want to do? What problem am I trying to solve? You want to go into fashion business. Okay, inside this fashion business, who am I attending to? Am I going to the plus size people or I'm going to the medium size people? Am I attending to just the males or male and female? In this male and female, you know, the world, we have many people, more than billions of people. This male and female, who am I addressing? Go like.
Right. What practical strategies, right, can entrepreneurs use to build meaningful networks and collaborations that drive business growth, right? We've been talking about, networking and, getting people along to build with your vision. So how do we get this done?
Okay, so before I even answer the question, I remember that last year, the year before, I was one of you. I was a volunteer for this Fix My Business Bootcamp for 2 years.
Can you see that?
And so I can see that I have grown. yes, thank you to Mr. Daniel Afiakure. So yes, the first thing you need to do beyond business is that focus on relationships more than transactions. If most of the people that we want them to buy from us will not buy from us today, but then that connection that you have built, very many times your siblings buy from you not because your product is good. Let's be honest. It is just because they have that connection with you. The same reason why someone else why should they patronize you? You may never be the best in the market. Let's be frank. You may never have as much resources to brand your product as someone else. But then you have the human face that someone else can experience. Focus on building relationship with them beyond how much you can get from them. Serve them value enough that they don't have a reason why not to patronize you. Very many times, most of the people we want to patronize us. One post about what you do can blow you up, but then we are so much focused on what one person can buy from me, how much I can get from this person, instead of focusing on how to make this person loyal to me, how to make them my friend, to the point that if I share my business with you, you can comfortably share it with as many persons, telling them that this is what I do, this is my business.
Every day you keep, once people see your post, that nonsense, another sales post. So you have to move from just telling people, come and buy from me, or sharing irrelevant things, to sharing your story. Most times, people share stories that are not their authentic story, that are not unique to them. All of us, we have our unique story. And goodness, this era of AI, where people could just go on ChatGPT, please create a story for me. You bring the story, post online, and by the time people read it, someone like me, once I come across that, I know that this one, I didn't write this one. Because there is no humanity in it. Nothing, no emotions. We talked about emotions today. No emotions in it. So you have to move from just writing anything, from just sharing anything, to sharing your story, your unique story. Like online, people love to connect with stories that sounds from grass to grace. But then when you are sharing this from grass to grace story, where you were and where you are now, you have to be careful not to, I don't know how to say, overhype certain things. Because there's how you present a particular thing and it looks like a lie to others. Do you understand? So if you are, for you to share stories that does not look self, it starts from the pain point. This is where I was. 3 years ago, I was just a classroom teacher who was earning 2,000 naira per month. It wasn't even enough to care for my family and the rest. Move from. Let people understand that you feel what they feel. Not just dumping things on them. They should understand that you've worn their shoes, you've walked their path. You can, because once they see that you've connected to them, you understand their pain points, they will easily resonate with you. But if you are just coming to share things that are vague, things that are just bland, they won't really want to connect with you. So let them understand that you know what they are going through because you've been there. The truth is, where you are right now, there is somebody who is aiming to be there. So what did you do to move from where you were to where you are currently? Can you break that down into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps that can tell somebody, okay, 2 years ago, this is where I was. From there, I moved from there to this place, and this is where I am right now, because I say it again, no matter where you are, there is someone who wants to be at your current state. While in this your current state, you are aiming higher. Do you understand?
The person is not out there to solve the problem. Just out there by whatever drove him or her into it. So, but the actual answer is that it's a yes, a very big yes, capital yes. Because you must have a vision before you do something. And if you don't, then you are there for a problem. But I still want to say that there are people that go into business without any direction. Nothing motivated them. They just saw you, do what you're doing and they just admire you and they come in. That's why they will not respect their customers. Because they didn't have any vision. I mean, I've stepped into shops that people just tell you, you ask them, how much is this? Ah, madam, please, don't you know how this thing is costing? Or maybe you try to argue one thing or the other, it becomes a very big quarrel. That's most times I ask them, did you really have a vision doing this thing? Because you should pamper your customer. Even if your customer abuses you, the customer is always right.
Are we together? All right. So I have just one more question. I have to break my protocol because this is coming directly from the audience. I have one of the ushers pass this to me, so I will just ask this question and we are done. Please indulge me. Right. So it's directed to Miss Joy. Somebody just asked, so you can just answer us in one line sentence. Please, must every business solve a problem? Like, is it a must?
So I guess the audience have already answered the question. But everybody said the chorus answer. I'm hearing yes, it is must. Okay, so the point is, you are not selling to yourself. You're selling to someone. And you're not, the point of sales is an exchange. I'm giving you a product or I'm giving you a service for your money. There must be a reason I am giving you my money. There must be a reason someone is giving you their money. Like, you can't just come to me and tell me, give me your money. If I don't need the shoe, why would I pay money and collect it from you? Do you get? If I don't need the drugs, I don't need the food, why am I giving you my hard-earned money and collecting it from you? So that's a problem you're solving. It's not like you have to go and dig and be looking for problems. It doesn't have to be like a big deal. It's not like you're trying to solve a medical condition or something. It's just, there must be a reason someone is giving you their money. Someone is paying you. It's a service. Oh, I can do your facial. People actually make money from doing nails. Do you know this? Back then we used to do nails, 2,000 naira. The woman now, you know how expensive it is. So